Hello, Star Wars and unboxing fans. Welcome to another episode of Darth Tuba's Star Wars Unboxing Show. I'm your host, Darth Tuba, and today we got a tiny bit of new and a lot of old, and we're gonna kind of get to that in a minute. First, the new. Well, I went out and did some hunting, and honestly, boy, retail, going into the stores looking for Star Wars stuff can be a trying experience. I mean, collectors, are you with me? I mean, it's just hard. I mean, there's no shortage of things online. Oh my goodness, you can go to any number of places. Like, well, for one thing, eBay, okay, Amazon, Brian's Toys, Dorkside Toys, lots of places. Lots of places where you can find places that you can buy new and used and previously owned, mint and played with Star Wars collectibles. So there's no shortage of stuff to find, okay, but to find new things in store, going into an actual store to, drive in a car and get to where you need to go and go out and look for it, sometimes it's just not a lot. And I think this time of year, even all years, this whole January, early February time frame is really rough because, we're past the holiday season. All the big items that were out there for the holidays have come and gone. The sales are over. They have, they've pretty much done away with all the big stuff that they wanted to get out for the end of the year. And I think there's always been this little pause before they get into new items, that come out. I don't know whether I know that there's a toy fair, all the industry toy fairs is coming up soon, but they don't usually release items during that time. They show them at the fair to release them later in the year. So, what are you going to do? What I was able to find were Valentine's. Now I know, for those that I don't know if they have this in every country, but February 14th is Valentine's Day, and if you grew up going to school in a public school type of setting, there were always situations where you could get little tiny cards that were Valentine's, and you could put them in, write it out to every student in your class and put them in their little Valentine boxes, and they would do the same for you. So you get all these cute little things. Sometimes they came with candies or little mostly just little cards or little candies. So Star Wars has licensed Valentine's. They've done it for years, and those are kind of things that I do kind of occasionally pick up if I think they're kind of cute or different. So this time I found two. I found kind of the first one was 16 Valentine's with 16 pencils, which I thought was interesting. I'm not going to open these up, guys. I'm just going to show them right here, okay? You can see they come with the pencils. I kind of like that. I think that's a neat idea. I mean, my goodness, we're there's so much sweets out there when it comes to the holidays, going from Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and right to Valentine's Day. I kind of like this. I think it's a little different. So the cards, you can see they're very vintage looking. They look like there's some. It appears to be. I'm looking at. It seems mostly prequel and original trilogy, which I thought was interesting to find something like that, in the stores, presently. Maybe I will do I want to do a full unboxing? I don't know if I want to unbox fully. I just want to, maybe I'll just open up the box. There's no way to do it gently, but just to show the pencils. Because I was curious, second thought, the pencil's going to happen. It comes in a separate box. I'm trying to pull them out, but it seems like I'm going to have to tear the whole thing apart if I want to take the... Working on it. There we go. All right. Whoops. Actually, I'm kind of glad I did this because these pencils are kind of cool. I'll get a close-up shot of these, but they're droids. They're all different color R2 units. You can see they're basically all the same, but they're different. And it looks like... Yeah, they're all the same. So that's kind of cool. All right, a nice little bonus there. And again, it's not something that it's not like a high-end collectible of any kind. I will say, but it is kind of cool to see them, break into something a little bit different. So I like that. And it was interesting to see that it was not only original trilogy, but it was also prequel trilogy. You can find these in any kind of Walmart or Target. I did find them in Target specifically, so that's a cool thing. And then they have, this one is new. I don't know, maybe you've seen this. Again, my child is now fully grown, and we haven't really done a Valentine's type thing in decades. So to find these, I wonder if this is really popular. But this is definitely geared towards the Rise of Skywalker. I always have to look at the Kylo Ren helmet, and you can tell when it's kind of got all those red welding marks on it, then you know that they're dealing with Rise of Skywalker. Okay. Although I wonder if some of these images on the back, you can see, they look like they could have been utilized in multiple areas, like multiple movies. But we have I like the messages. May the Force be with you, my Valentine. The First Order, my Valentine. I'm your astromech friend. Crush the resistance, my Valentine. It's kind of fun. But what's interesting about this one is that they come with glow sticks. Glow sticks. 16 Valentines with 16 glow sticks. All right, now I'm curious about this one too. All right, because glow sticks, I think they come with glow. Do they come with glow sticks? Oh my God! Yeah, they come with glow sticks. All right, but the glow sticks are like they're very, very tiny. Holy cow! Oh my God! They're not glow sticks. They're give it a second. I don't know if it'll come out on camera. Yeah, crush the resistance, my Valentine. So there's really all the ones that I just read are really the only ones that there are. And they also have little heart stickers. I guess you can, if you want to be a little bit more, if you want to say a little more to your Valentine than just, you're my Valentine, crush the resistance. I don't know if you can see that. It's not really. It's there. You can sort of see it. Such an unusual thing to include in a Valentine. A glow stick. You make my heart glow. There you go. Only a little tiny glow stick, but it's fun. So maybe I'll just temporarily put it on the back of K2SO's head thing here. I don't know. You can't see that. I'll put it on the bar here. Give it to War. War, give me a glow stick to go with that drink. All right. So that was it. That was all I was able to track down this episode, or this week. And that's something I'm going to be trying to do each week, guys. I'm going to try to go out into the stores, find something with Star Wars on it. But be ready, because we haven't been having much luck with Hasbro. We haven't been, certainly higher end collectibles aren't available. Like, you can't walk into a store and buy Sideshow unless you go to a comic book store, which I will do from time to time. I did it in the last episode. So I'll be happy to do that. But right now I'm just trying to say, okay, I can go somewhere and look for something. And, as the holidays approach, sometimes they have something fully related to the different things. So I'll keep my eyes open, all right? So when we do that, until the high-end stuff comes in the mail, that might be how we have part of our episode. But I do have some oldie but goodies to open up. Now, when I say oldie but goodies, that could mean a lot, folks. 42 years. 42 years has been stuff going on. Some people are, I don't want to mislead any viewers. I do not open up vintage, like 1970s and 80s minted box toys. I don't do that. Okay? It would be foolhardy for me to do that. I will review them. I will talk about them. I have some old vintage figures that I'll show, and boxed figures that I'll show. But mostly what I do is I unbox, there's been years and years of collecting that I've done over the years for the last 42 years, including all the newer Power of the Force 2, Power of the Jedi, all the different episode 1, 2, 3, all the new stuff. And I unbox a lot of those. Some of them from years I've just kept them in the box and I'll take them out now. Others I buy recently, and then I do find some high-end collectibles. I am on a limited budget, so it's kind of a challenge to always, buy the newest and most expensive things. So I have had a lot of fun with Galaxy's Edge in Disney World, and I've made some purchases there, and I'll continue to do that. So, but I do have some old items that I want to open up. And today, in honor of The Mandalorian, the TV Disney Plus series, The Mandalorian, we have not gotten any real Mandalorian toys yet, other than a few Black Series figures. I know that the vintage collection, there are some coming, and I'm looking forward to that. but we do not have anything other than, I think, a few of the main characters, Black Series figures. So in honor of Mandalorian and the awesome TV show that it is, and looking forward to Season 2, we have these Republic Elite Force Star Wars Entertainment Earth exclusives. Okay, let me get a little close-up of this. Now this is the Mandalorians and Omega Squad. So it's kind of a combination of clones and Mandos. Okay, so I thought that would be a neat thing. Now I will say that these are originally called battle packs. I don't know if they're called that way here. This came out in 2007 to 2007, and they're nice. Okay, the battle pack kind of idea. For those who don't remember this, battle packs are basically large packs of figures, and it's just a fancy way to be able to purchase large, like a bulk amount of figures. A lot of times it's trooper building, so you can get a lot of troopers, and it's a nice fancy way to do it. And occasionally they did some pretty cool things with those battle packs. They put in like little setups and little things that make it look like a little diorama that were so cool that I have not wanted to open some of them because I felt, they look really cool. What am I going to do with them? I'm going to probably take them out and they're going to be all loose, and I'm going to lose track of where each of them are and everything else. This one, while the packaging is cool and all, it's got the Mando, the skull there. That's really neat. It's not really a awesome thing. There's a tiny bit of a backdrop there, right? But other than that, it's just a bunch of figures standing there. So we have this one, the Republic Elite Forces, Mandalorians and Omega Squad, and we have another one with Republic Elite Forces, Mandalorians and Clone Troopers. Okay, so I thought the Mandalorians in this are really cool, and I thought in honor of the Mandalorian TV show, let's dig out some legendary Mandalorians. Obviously, this is all pre-Disney buyout, so these are considered legend now, so they're not really part of the canon. So I will. What I'm going to do is I'm going to unbox these. Okay, I'll do that right now, and then I'll kind of give a quick bio, or at least the bio that the back of the box has. I do believe this is from. I'm guessing this is from the Republic Commando gaming and or comic series. I am not a subscriber to that. I am also not a gamer. What I am is a toy enthusiast, and I am a fan of the Mandos, and so I thought, well, this is a good thing to work to go. Now, as you can see, there's not much to the backdrop here, so I'm not feeling too guilty about destroying this thing and letting the figures loose. But I do want to say that if you look from the mid to late 2000s, there have been quite a bit of really cool Mandalorian items. So I recommend you take a look through, and you can probably find these things online. You can probably find them, if not online, directly. I don't know if Entertainment Earth still has them. I think some of these were I was able to purchase on sale. They have these very interesting plastic containers, but they all come with a rubber band. What I call the rubber band tech, which is easier to pop. So I'm going to do that a little bit at a time here until I can get them all out. They're a little tricky. Wow, man, this guy's. For those if you're new to the channel, by the way, I saw we got some new subscribers, and welcome. We're going to have to get out the big guns for this one. If you're not a fan of unboxing, if you're not a fan of doing people are like, oh my God, you're like destroying the value of it. Oh no, that's heresy. Well, toys were meant to be played with. Toys were meant to be taken out of the package and displayed and played with and shown off and reminisced over. So if you don't like that, I respect your opinion. But I'm sure there are some great channels out there where they don't unbox anything. They just take it and look at it and admire it. Why they would do that, I don't know. But now, I also like to sometimes talk about the way Hasbro package some of this stuff because, man, oh man, like I'm not even getting started with this. I might throw this into high speed in a few minutes just to get everything out of these like basic packages because holy cow, is this like crazy? Wow. All right. Okay. So they all come in these little like clamshell protecting things, which is fine, but it's very challenging here. So, tell you what I'm going to do. Like I said, let me put it on high speed, okay? And just so I can get these little sections out, I'll put it on high speed. So I'll be right. You'll see this go really fast, and then we'll get them out. All right, so here we are. Now, this particular set came with 3 Mandos and 4 of the Omega Squad, okay, troopers. So just giving you kind of a quick backdrop. I will say, first of all, unpackaging was not easy, as you can see. It took a little bit of time. I love the look of the figures. I love the sculpts of the figures. They seem like they have a lot of uniqueness to it. I have to be careful, but they're not. They don't have any stands, so any kind of movement they're going to tip over. So why don't we start with the Omega Squad? All right, the 4 figures there. It says this elite clone commando squad wears black armor, unlike most of their commando squads. They are originally from different squads whose ranks were ravaged during the Battle of Geonosis. Those who survived were combined to form the Omega Squad. So, just to give you a little, before I continue on, just to give you a little background here. A secret army of clone troopers is being engineered on Kamino, created from the genes of Jango Fett, a Mandalorian whose combat skills are exceptional even among the great Mandalorian warrior society. Special clones are created to command these soldiers, but they must be trained to become leaders. Fett seeks out the very best Mandalorian warriors from every corner of the galaxy. These sergeants will train the commandos to fight and lead, and instill them the Mandalorian values of iron, discipline, and loyalty. Now that is very interesting. I didn't think that, even past 2007, I didn't think it was established that Jango Fett was a Mandalorian. I thought he was just a bounty hunter. So who knows? Maybe he was. I don't know. I would say leave a comment, but currently I don't know if I'll be running comments. I'm trying a few different things. I might be getting the comments turned back on as of this video. So we'll see. If there is able to, leave a comment. Otherwise, you can shoot me an email. But anyway, so I was my understanding that the Mandalorians. Now again, the Mandalorian thing. I think that the new show has taken a lot of the pre-written legendary items from comics and video games and books and things of that nature, and has adopted a lot of it. Remember, there has been a lot of a lot of Mandalorian lore told in the Clone Wars TV show and Rebels. So maybe this is like kind of a combination there. But there's your thing. Really cool. Kind of beefy. They all look a little He-Man-ish. Okay, kind of like the old school. I should say old school. The 1994-95 first releases of Power of the Force 2 figures. But I guess they're all armored up, so that looks pretty good. Now, in terms of Mandalorians, we have this one, and what's really cool, they all have helmets that come off to reveal the character. You got to be careful with them because if you pull too hard, you're also pulling their head off. But that's okay. We have Rey Braylor. Rey is a sharpened battle instrument attacking with surgical precision and stunning efficiency. Jango handpicks her, yes, it is a female, to assist in the training of the clone commandos, where she hammers their independent natures into razor edge power. Kind of a cool story idea that these are some of the Mandalorians that have trained the commandos. And I like that background story of the commandos. So, legendary or not, it's a cool story. Okay, this one is guns kind of in the way here. This is Lots Ward. Everything in the life of Lots revolves around battle and war. He has studied and memorized the campaigns of all the great Mandalorian leaders of the past and uses these as lessons to enhance the clone troopers' fighting skills. Okay, that's cool. And I will say that generally speaking, the Mandalorians are a little harder to stand on their own. They're smaller feet, and they were all kind of set up almost in a launch perspective because a lot of them that have backpacks would definitely be able to launch. Speaking of that, I just want to make sure that I didn't accidentally. No, thought I made sure that all their backpacks are taken into consideration. And lastly, this definitely looks like a Boba Fett / Jango Fett type character. It's Barin. Now, pardon me if I'm messing up these names. Barin Apma. Brotherhood, stamina, loyalty. These are 3 pillars upon which Bayarna rests his entire life. These are also the 3 main tenets that he drills into the clone troopers he trains, as essential to a superior soldier, and as marksmanship and courage. So pretty cool. And again, they all have their helmets all come off. Oops, there's an example of what happens if you're not careful. His helmet came off with his head. Ooh. Hasbro, just a little heads up. You should not require tools to play with your toys. However, in fairness, these things were sitting in a package in a damp room, not damp room, but a slightly damp room, for quite a long time. So he does have kind of a very thick head of hair, which could definitely put that in there. All right, so there we go. Now, guys, listen, this took a long time to get these unboxed, even with a fast video on doing the unboxing. I think what I'd like to do is maybe take a pause. Oops, sorry if I'm getting any crackle there. Take a little pause, and why don't we do this as a part 1, and we will come back as a part 2, and we can, redo, or take the other set of Republic Commandos, and this time, or Republic Elite Forces rather, and put them out. But to talk about this, really, really good set of figures. Great for the money. You're getting 7 different figures. Great for troop building if you love Mandalorian culture and lore, even if you're into the new one, not the old one. It is cool to see different characters and just to kind of see the lore represented. So really, really neat. Great way to show off new types of sculpts or just kind of variants on sculpts. So really, really cool. Nicely done, Hasbro, at that time frame. Pretty cool. So thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe. Hit the notification button for new videos. Check out all my other videos, my playlists. Again, I am in the process, just trying to feel the waters with the whole COPA rules. I want to make sure that, I click all my videos are made for kids. I'm trying to get away from that. Not that they're not made for kids. In fact, I tried a disclaimer on this one, or if I didn't, I will be soon, where I'm saying that basically the video is, while not clicked on suitable for kids, it is family videos. But that you need to just have that disclaimer out there to be aware of that it's not meant to be a child's video. Okay, these are not even figures I don't know if toy children would want to play with, but they really are really cool, and I hope you enjoyed it. So we'll get to part 2, and we'll get the other box open at the next episode. So until that time, may the Force be with you, and this is the way.